Hey, what's up, guys? And today I want to talk to you about what you should do with your stimulus check. If you are one of the lucky Americans that got the $1,400 stimulus check, or even more if you're married or you have children, you would have gotten more, and you met all the requirements. Here's what I would do with those $1,400. Now, this is just advice. You can do whatever the freak you want to do.
Watch your profanity.
At the end of the day, you're going to do whatever you want with your money. But this is what I would do if I would have gotten the $1,400 stimulus check. Now, I'm going to split this up into like two different categories. One is I'm just starting out. I'm kind of young. I don't have any money. I don't have any savings. I haven't started investing. This is what I would recommend you do. Out of the $1,400, I would put $1,000 into a regular savings account. And I would put this as an emergency fund or rainy day fund. Why, you may ask? Well, things happen. You may not have experienced a lot in your life, but things come up. And having that $1,000 there just to just be there in case of a small emergency, like you need a small car repair, you need new tires or what have you, it's good to have that little chunk of change there for these like random things that happen that you all of a sudden need an extra $400 out of nowhere. You have it there. So that's what I recommend if you're starting out. Plus, it would give you a little bit of traction when you start saving, because I'm a firm believer of having an emergency fund or a rainy day fund or something like that on the side. And because as you grow your wealth and you start to build habits of saving, then you're going to have some cash reserves that you can start investing in. But you got to start small. You got to start somewhere. I see too many people that are like, no, I'm going to spend this on here and here and here. All right, you do what you want with it. But in my experience, what I've seen and what I've learned throughout the years is having a little bit of cash set aside is going to be helpful in life. So I would put $1,000 aside, and then the other $400, I would invest that. I would put it directly into an investment account. Now, what kind of investment should you do? Should you do GameStop? Probably, yeah, most likely, especially if you're an ape. Should you do AMC? Definitely, that's a good investment. No. If you're a first-time investor, no, man. Like, do something that's going to build your base. And I'm a big believer of building a base in your investment portfolio. And that base is S&P 500 index funds. Yes, boring boomer stuff, but it's effective and it will help you build wealth. So I would put that $400 in, VOO or SPY or SPYG. Those are index funds of this, the S&P 500 index funds. I would buy a few shares of those. 400, I think you can get like 2 or 3 shares, something like that. I would invest it in that, especially if you're a brand new beginner. That's what I would do. Over time, and you build a habit of saving, then you might diversify that a little bit broader. But if you're just starting out, that's what I recommend. The second part, let's say you are invested and you do have your emergency fund, you have some cash set aside, and you're starting your investment journey and you have some investments. I would pick something that that you're comfortable with. If you don't, if you're just like, I don't know, there's just so many companies, I don't know what to choose. Again, S&P 500 index funds. It's essentially a mutual fund that's you're going to diversify automatically by buying one of those single stock shares into the entire S&P 500. And those are the 500 best performing companies in this country. So you can't go wrong with that. And if you're beginning and you're not used to the volatility, your personality types, like you can't stomach those huge drops in a stock, S&P 500 index funds drop, but not as dramatically as a single stock like Tesla or Apple or Netflix or any of the tech stocks, especially lately, right? And you might say, well, I don't want to miss out, right? If let's say it was March 2020 and someone advised you to not invest in the tech industry or Tesla or something, you might have missed out that huge rally we had from March and April of 2020 all the way up to just recently. in 2021, you would have probably missed out, and you probably would have hated me because it's like I missed out because I was in the S&P 500 index funds. No, you would have still grown. The S&P still grew, and historically will always grow, and historically will outperform most hedge funds. And then the other thing, but the other thing is that you can't time the market. No one would have known. No one knew it was going to react that way. No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow and next week. We can speculate. That's what speculation means. You can speculate. You can guess what's going to happen, but no one knows. There's just so many factors that are in play when it comes to the market that, if that was the case, we would have everyone would be millionaires. That's not how it works. Index funds is a good way to help you with the volatility. But if you're okay with volatility, you can stomach the rise, you can stomach the up and downs. Then you have strong convictions. You're within your core competency, like you know a certain company very well. You've done your research, your analysis. And you do deep dives into these companies, then pick one and invest in one. But that's it. Those are just my hot takes, or that's my take on what I would do with my stimulus check if I had one. Take it as it is. Take it or leave it. You can do what you want with it. Here you go. You can shove it back in my face or throw it away or share this with a friend. That'd be great. I love you guys. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. Your support really would mean a world to me. Trying to get to a couple hundred subscribers at least. Keeps me going, keeps me motivated to continue these videos. That's all I have. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.